Mimi ndio mwenye kuanzisha. Kwanza nasikia kwamba hii kanisa mumejenga ati miaka 15. Nyinyi mnajua Yesu atarudi? ama mko na habari atakaa? Kama mtu hana sera, hana mpango, hana agenda, hana vision, hata akili hana, huyo ni mtu ya kuchaguliwa kwenda mahali popote.
When President William Ruto arrived in Meru County this weekend, nobody expected what will follow. What started as a calm church service at St. Mary's AIPCA turned into an electrifying moment that left even the head of state visibly surprised.
Asanteni.
The crowd, fired up and emotional, began chanting in unison. Two-term, two-term, a slogan that has now taken a life of its own in Mount Kenya politics. It was around midday when President William Ruto's motorcade snuck its way into Kathelwa, a quiet area in Meru County known for its strong faith and deep political roots. The people had been waiting since morning, carrying banners, songs and flags painted with one word, two-term. The term two terms, short for tutamrudisha tena, meaning we will re-elect him again, has become the new rallying cry among Ruto supporters in the Mount Kenya region. And on this day, the message was loud, bold and impossible to ignore.
Mnajua Yesu atarudi, na akirudi kabla hatujamaliza kanisa. Vile mnaendelea na hii ujenzi, mimi naona kama ni Yesu atarudi kabla hatujamaliza hiyo kanisa. Lakini kwa sababu nimefika hapa leo, jameni, wacha tumalize hii kanisa, Yesu asirudi kabla hatujamaliza. Kwa hivyo mimi nitawaanzishia na shilingi milioni 10 ya hiyo kanisa. So
as the president stepped out of his vehicle, the crowd erupted. Children waved, women danced in colorful traditional attire, and young men chanted the now famous phrase, two terms, until it echoed through the church grounds. After the excitement settled, the church program began. Hymns were sung, prayers were made, and community leaders spoke about their hopes for the country.
Kutoka governor na serikali ya county na MCA 69, watu wote wanasapoti wewe na serikali yako. Senator, women rep na 10 MPs wanasapoti wewe 100%. Wameru wote wameamua wakae na wewe.
Kusikia mambo matatu. Mambo yangu ni matatu. Archbishop amesema amehubiri vizuri, na mambo ni matatu ya maombi. Kitu ya kwanza, maombi inafanyanga itakubaliwa. Ya pili, maombi.
Then came the moment everyone was waiting for, President William Ruto's address. In his familiar confident tone, Ruto spoke about faith, development and unity. But when he announced his donation, a staggering 17 million Kenyan shillings, the crowd went wild once again. Cheers filled the air, some people even rising to their feet in disbelief. The donation was meant to fund the construction of a new church building and support a local school. But for many residents, it symbolized more than generosity. It was a testament of political power. I remember that the president still held deep influence across Meru and the wider Mount Kenya region. But just as the president continued his speech, something unexpected happened. The chants returned, louder, stronger, and unstoppable. The people began shouting again, interrupting his remarks mid-sentence. For a moment, Ruto stopped speaking. He smiled, adjusted his microphone, and tried to continue. But the crowd was in full celebration mode. It was no longer a political rally, it had become a movement. Witnesses say the atmosphere was charged. Even the security team looked surprised as the chants spread like wildfire. And in that moment, Ruto realized something. The mountain was speaking back. Mount Kenya has always been the heartbeat of Kenyan politics, a region every president has needed to win. But in recent months, whispers of political division have been growing louder. Some leaders have claimed that the region is drifting, uncertain of its political direction. But Ruto's Meru visit seemed to challenge the narrative. The two tons chant were a signal, a declaration that a section of Mount Kenya still stands firmly behind the president. It wasn't just noise, it was a strategy. Ruto has been quietly strengthening ties with grassroots churches, youth groups, and local leaders. This visit, like many others before, was part of a carefully crafted political roadmap towards 2027. And by choosing a church event, the president cleverly merged faith, politics, and community, three forces that shape the identity of Meru. Among those present were Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, local MPs, and other senior officials. They praised Ruto's leadership, his generosity, and his continued focus on rural development. Kindiki himself, a son of the mountain, reaffirmed that the government was committed to Meru's progress. He praised the residents for their unity and called on to them to continue supporting the administration's programs. The leader's speech added a weight to the moment, reinforcing the message that Ruto's connection with the region remains strong and emotional. But beyond politics, this visit also revealed something else: the growing influence of the church in Kenya's leadership narrative. Faith institutions have become powerful community anchors. From hosting national prayers to influencing elections, the church now stands as a bridge between government and citizens. Ruto, being an openly prayerful leader, has often used church platforms to communicate key messages, and this moment in Meru was no different. His donation wasn't just financial, it was symbolic, a statement that development and faith can work in handy. As the day ended and the motorcade rolled out of Kathelwa, the chants still echoed. Children waved goodbye, women ululated, and men stood on rooftops to catch a final glimpse of the president. But the big question remains: what does this mean for 2027? Is Meru fully behind Ruto, or was this just one strong performance in a long political play? One thing is clear: the two-term slogan has become a movement. Whether spontaneous or strategic, it sent a message that reached far beyond Meru. As Kenya's political winds shift, every chant, every handshake, every church visit carries meaning, and this one might have just marked the beginning of a new political rhythm. What do you think, Kenyans? Is Ruto securing his base early, or are these just temporary cheers? Let's talk about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth stories behind the headlines, because in Kenya, every chant tells a story.